who is in command right now. Cleetose is struggling to stay out of the bottom two. KCM wants to eke his way past me into the top two. Bacon also in that hunt. So both players need it here. Both players need it pretty bad. Cleetose needs it to try and keep ahead of Bacon, and KCM needs it to try and keep his head out and get his nose in front of me for second place here.
And worth noting that KCM has really turned it around after a slow start. Started 0-2-1, and then just started reeling off, 2 5-2 victories in a row. Really in a much better position. I think he's really found his stride. We've been waiting since the SCL began for KCM to sort of be KCM again, the way a lot of us remember. I think it might be happening.
Okay, actually, that's really good to know about. When did those matches start for the viewers, Kaylee?
Right after the stream is done.
All right. So I'm thinking that there might be an impromptu stream. It's not going to be on the official SpyParty stream since we've been running. We're actually running pretty well. We did a good job catching up. But there might be an impromptu stream on maybe SpyParty fans, or maybe my channel, or maybe someone else's channel. Might have a few people hop in and just do round casting, SpyParty People's Cast style. But we will talk about that later. But that is interesting news. Anyways, so picks and bans for Cleetose versus KCM. Cleetose bans any 3 of 5 pub. KCM bans balcony any 2 of 3. Cleetose bans pub any 4 of 7, so just hates pub. KCM bans high rise any 4 of 8. Interestingly, does not ban out the other balcony variants. Just wants to get rid of the normal balcony. Cleetose picks up Panopticon any 5 of 8. KCM picks up Gallery any 4 of 8, which I think is one of KCM's favorite maps. Cleetose picks up Balcony pick 2 of 3, and that not banning out the other variants bites him, maybe. And KCM picks up Courtyard any 2 of Courtyard 2 any 4 of 7.
Yeah, banning both pubs. That's the teetotaler special.
All right. So we should be stepping into Panop with Cleetose as spy. Does that sound correct?
Looks good to me.
Yep.
Alrighty, starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
The thing I love about Diamond is anyone can win any match. It's so ridiculously good up there. There's just there are favorites, but you just don't feel comfortable betting against anyone any given week.
KCM is, without anything being wrong with Cleetose, KCM is playing really, really well this season.
Yes, yeah. Again, slow start. He definitely started a little rocky, but since then he's looked really good. And he's looked good in a very quintessential KCM way, just flexible, adaptable. I actually feel like his style of play is the most viable, even with changes, as the game changes, because he changes with it. I think he has the most adaptable style, so I think if certain things, and this might be relevant to you, if camping becomes less viable over time...
Dirty.
Does not take.
Dirty.
Does not take. If camping becomes less viable over time, for example, adding a couple more missions, maybe 1 or 2 more soft tells.
See, why do you want to scare me like this, Running Track?
I'm just saying.
Why are you mean to me like this?
I think right now it's the best way to go, but I think there's a really good chance that his spy style in a year is going to be the way to go.
The instant another soft tail is added to the game, I'm just going to drop straight to Oakland.
Just retire and just I'm
going out on top before the
going on top
crashes now. Bye, guys.
Joe Louis style. See ya.
That's right.
Flirt, bookshelves, this is a no-brainer. It's not that suspicious at this point in the game, 2.5 minutes. It's not even early on, so it's not like a rush flirt to the bookshelf, which is the one time you might get paired on Panop. Another bug attempt. This one is nice and clean.
Yeah.
Timed perfectly. That was textbook.
Yeah. Apparently not.
But seen. Oh, it was textbook. It was just seen. That's all. Look, I mean, you know how it is.
The first one was not seen, by the way, because he was in another corner of the map entirely.
Well, what a beautiful metaphor for Panop there, really. You do this ugly bug, doesn't take, isn't seen, doesn't matter. You do a nice smooth one where you have no hitch in your step whatsoever, and that is seen, so you're shot.
Well, moving along then.
Starting in KCM is now spy. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
I feel like so in my last match against KCM, I really felt like I could not buy a spy win. I was playing really good spy.
I remember, yeah.
And I was just losing. Oh, a little bit of twitch, but
and
no
he had
biggie.
the same problem you did. The snipers were just dominating. Both of you felt that way.
Yeah.
It was some of the best sniper play I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was just he was just playing lights out sniper, and there was just nothing I could do.
Yeah, and you guys tied, and I kind of think of that tie as sort of, that's the moment I think it started to turn. Because he was 0-2, I believe, going into that, and
That's
then he
right.
tied,
That's
and
right.
and then started to reel off
I
victories.
don't think I've won since then, actually. I think it's all draws. I might have beaten Bacon, like, narrowly 6-5 or something, but,
Yeah, your games have tightened up a little bit.
yeah, I've definitely
sure.
I've definitely had a harder middle part of the season than I did
Yeah.
the early part of the
Well,
season.
Diamond's got his stuff together. Everyone's in mid-season form now, so there are no more easy wins. KCM, you know, he's doing fine. He's almost done with the flirt. I'd like to have seen a little more progress on something else, but this isn't a problem. This looks like, is he going to purloin here?
It's not the best spot. It's
No, but he's going to do it.
We're really not hidden here.
He's looking at the statues. Oh, I don't know if he saw it.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that little move to reset the animation?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. I think he got away with this totally clean. Oh my goodness. Oh man, this pause, Cleetose staring at the list, staring at Revolta taking it, and that pause just makes me think, what is going on?
And not taking the yellow book. This is a full pan-out game going on here for KCM. Yeah.
And he's done with fingerprint, and the flirt's nearly done, and KCM it went from kind of behind, running just a little low on time, to in a dominating position, just like that.
This is a great example of chaining, for all you watching at home.
Yes.
I mean, the last thing you do that caused the sniper to cause attention, he's like, oh, what happened over there? And by then you're already somewhere else doing the next cartel, and there's just no way for the sniper to catch up.
Have you ever seen the end of a boxing match? There'll be hardly any punches landed for 5 minutes, and then you'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, 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 done. That's how it happens. It's just like that. I didn't love the path into the blue bookshelf there, but it's just not enough. Cleetose can't shoot him for it. I don't think he's enough of a suspect.
What do you do for the last
take the book
mission here,
again.
though, Trek? I mean, it's got to be DA, right? Probably.
I think so. I'd rather do it rather than inspect, because here's the thing. Cleetose, everything about his camera right now is telling us that he knows he's behind. And if you know you're behind, what are you going to do? You're going to take an aggressive shot. And shooting someone for something like a center statue visit with 80 seconds left, that's the kind of thing you would do.
On the other hand, it's hard to do that without Double Agent having been hurt. Silent game is always very strong, particularly on maps where you kind of count on it being a mission that the spy's going to finish.
So I think it's obvious to us that it should be BB because he's not even a suspect as far as we can tell.
I
don't think he is.
I think it's reasonable to do the inspect, but he's got a book in his hands right now.
No, I'm saying it's obvious to. Well, I'm saying it's more obvious to us. If you're KCM though, and you have the decision, you're right. Inspect looks much better because you don't know if you're at least a big suspect for the purloin. Yeah, he wants to.
Yeah.
Now we don't know. Now we know that it looks like he got away with the purloin clean, but he doesn't know that.
Now, technically, oh boy, this is
not lining up.
Starting to get a little uncomfortable here.
Yeah.
We're starting to get a little bit of PAX.
And he's not talking. No talk.
Yeah.
No one talking in the conversation.
Yeah, that's hard to see that.
I know, but it's just he's so dedicated to the
BB
here.
She's returning the briefcase. KCM instantly making executive decision here.
Can't microfilm again, dude. Can't microfilm again.
I think he doesn't know.
He has to go to statues, which is why he's putting away the book.
Well, DA could still save us. DA could still save us.
Here comes.
He wants to. Oh, please don't turn right. Please don't turn right. Okay, there we go. But there's going to be overtime.
And the end of red.
There's going to be overtime.
But only a second or two. I think he's going to be fine. Yeah, he's going to be fine. No shot.
Oh, there's a shot. There it is.
Oh, my goodness. I stand corrected. What a shot. I did not see any indication from the sniper side that was going to come off. He darted around again and again and again, and you could see him settle at the last minute. Makes me look silly. Great job, Cleetose. I did not think that shot was going to come off at all.
My goodness. What a game.
Okay, so the thing that does make sense to me is he was the last person. He was the only person chasing DA, you could say. And so if DA was going to be the last mission, and that's the only guarantee that you basically had there if there was overtime, because what he was doing is he was basically covering his bases. That felt like a fake BB to induce a shot, but he knew there was a little bit less time, that he had a little bit of overtime, and then he hovered over the most likely person. And also, man, KCM has to tilt. We'll
see.
That's a tough.
Well, hang on.
To lose.
I feel better because Cleetose is saying it was kind of a lucky shot.
I think so. Well, I mean,
and that's okay. That's still
part
a good
luck,
shot.
But part skill, right? Like it's a low percentage shot, but you made the best shot you could.
What I mean is, I'm relieved that we weren't way off. It was a surprising shot, probably to him a little bit too. KCM really was in a very good position, and Cleetose had to take a low percentage shot, but sometimes you hit him.
Yep. So 1-1.
Good job.
But really, I mean, KCM with the edge throughout that last game, just horrible way to lose that last one.
Yeah, if you don't tilt on this, you're in great position because you know, intellectually, maybe not emotionally, intellectually, you know you've played a really strong spy game.
Mm-hmm. Let's get the gallery game going.
All
Yeah.
right, stepping into gallery, and we have Cleetose as spy. And before I start, I'm going to ask an open question. What is more tilting, getting beaten when you thought you were ahead or losing on luck? Starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
I think getting beaten when you thought you were ahead. I think you start to count the win in your head, and at least that's what does it to me.
Oh, another questionable bug there, because it's never going to take a million years.
I don't mind losing to luck because that's what I want to tell myself anyway when I lose. So that's how I rationalize. The thing I use to rationalize doesn't usually make me feel very bad.
I feel like you just never tilt. That's the dream.
It's a dream, all right.
Blue book in hand. KCM generally pays very close attention to books on gallery, and he'll at least know where you got a book from within a reasonable amount of time. DA, very good DA. We're not going to be seen doing the white test at the very least. 4 lowlights is about, well, maybe 5.
One thing I did want to say about the DA in the other game, I was talking up KCM's adaptability, but at the end, he lost it just a little bit by being so determined to want to do that BB. Very un-KCM-like, I thought, actually.
Well, I mean, it was not an unreasonable assumption that the DA was going to go to a conversation
I agree.
like a minute
agree.
20 left.
I agree.
Yeah. But, I mean, he could have done it and just gone to center statues and done a silent game or something, sure.
Yeah.
So Cleetose in a pretty good position here. I guess it kind of depends on whether or not we get this microfilm done. Oh, don't know what we were doing there. I mean, we have a book in hand, so it's not super suspicious, but we did a weird path change at the last second. Sure, why not? Let's see if we could know the good stopping point here. About there. Yep, very nice indeed.
Yeah, pretty good here. And if he can finish up the flirts, he's in pretty good position. That fingerprint. No. That fingerprint gives him so many options. Is he going to get rid of the book here? Interesting.
Yeah, just going to do the innocent book back, but
usually
a sticky spot for time here.
Yeah, usually when you put the innocent book back, you kind of do it soon enough so that they'll be pretty sure they saw you do it, and you'll shed a little suspicion. Maybe you're in a low light, something like that, because you did nothing with the book. If you hang on to it for that long, usually it's because you're going to dump it in the other shelf, I would think.
Oh boy, we are going to have some heat here. We're getting the flirt not quite. Oh, I thought that was going to finish it, but we didn't. My goodness.
Yeah, and look at this. He's got 3 missions almost done. So there's a chance here to do sort of, like you said, the chain reaction thing. Boom.
The problem is that we have to go thing to thing to thing very rapidly.
They don't
chain
chain
not
very
the
well.
sniper you want to do that against.
Right. Yes, he's going to notice a lot of activity late in the game. But if he can get in the... Oh, if the Amba goes to statues, that's the one way this could go off clean. You just can't rely on it right now. So what do you do? So it's got to be inspect swap, I guess. Is he going to go to the front statue and block it here?
Looks
Yep.
like that's the plan. Not going to have time for anything else.
That's a shame with that wasted fingerprint, but what else are you going to do? This is just such a suspicious spot to be in. If you're KCM, you can almost shoot just from where he is.
Checking the statue.
Easy.
Yeah.
He's got it, yeah. I think Cleetose was in a really good position there. If he'd gotten just a little more luck with that fingerprint from the Amba, something like that.
Yeah, although that's not something you have any right to expect.
No, it isn't. Certainly not. Especially
right.
when you kind of use up that much time with the book and everything, so...
Moving on, then, it is evensies. KCM needs to, or Cleetose needs to win a sniper to keep it even, though.
Yep. All right. It's 2-1 KCM, starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
So a nice patient spy game did not go on tilt after that tough spy loss. A sniper game, rather, yeah. So we were wondering, is he going to tilt? How's he going to take this loss? He took it very well, played a very patient sniper right afterwards. Early Purloin, uh-oh. I don't know how sure Cleetose is here. Oh boy, he's got 2 highlights from it, and neither of them are KCM.
Oh, we might be in trouble here.
Who do you think?
Cleetose.
Yeah, I just don't see any indication that he's particularly suspicious of KCM for that. I think it was obviously not a good play, but sometimes those white purloins can work for you.
You see him with a very curious camera angle there. Yeah, now he's looking at stuff. He was having it point down right at the ground. Couldn't really see anything around him.
Sometimes I do this. I don't think this is what KCM did. I kind of, if I wipe purloin, I kind of look at the ground and not look directly at the sniper. I like shake like I'm a dog who's pooped on the corner, and I just don't want to look.
It's a little worse than a rolled-up newspaper, though, the bullet.
You get the flirt off there, just barely.
Yeah, 46%. That's not where you want to be. So KCM might think he's a big suspect, but we know he is not. We don't. He probably doesn't know he's in a great position here. He might not know until he visits statues or a BB goes off and he realizes he hasn't been shot. You know, maybe he's starting to sense it now, but hard to tell with those white purloins. And very hard to think you got away that clean, too. Potentially that clean. Again, unless Cleetose is trolling him with the log here, which I don't think is the case, but you can't discount entirely.
It doesn't look like it.
No, it doesn't. But then again, what would it look like? You know, if you were committed to it, if you were doing
I
it
believe
properly.
I think I can detect it sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
You just see the character always being
Whoa,
side-eyed
a
and whatever they're
swap!
doing.
What on earth is this?
General's blocking it. If he gets away, he might actually not be noticed doing it.
Well, it's a green swap, so either way.
Oh, well,
but
yeah.
but I'm kind of amazed by this. I wonder if he thinks. Yeah, I don't know what he thinks. There's the tilt. Here he comes. A low light is going to take it too, and as Slappy pointed out earlier, this might actually be beneficial. It swaps behind Bondo's head from the sniper's angle, I believe. Not that it makes a big difference. Cleetose is not moving his camera much.
No, I mean, it's gallery.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say, but we're not gleaning any information is the point. You know?
That's true. That's true.
Has he noticed the swap? If so, what does he think about it? You know, is he
Flirt
low
into what? We're gonna do.
He's not low lighting.
Yeah, I suppose. Oh, this is good.
Yeah, he's gonna flirt into victory.
Oh, it's 4. That's right. Go ahead and purloin.
Oh, he's chasing him a little bit though.
Yeah, that's probably okay.
Nope, he's thinking of the general.
Yep.
There it is. Wow. I don't know if KCM thought he was ahead that game. He didn't have any particular reason to think he did. It was just a boring old white purloin, but he got away with it clean. And then from that point forward, huge favorite, and now in a commanding position.
So KCM breaks serve. He's up 3-1, moving into balcony. Pick.
Yeah, pick. I was gonna say is the important thing to point out on this one. So, as is always the question whether or not they included bug. The answer probably not. But we'll step in and figure out anyways if the sniper actually buys him at the word that they might do bug.
Yeah. All right, let's get started.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
If you're the sniper on pick 2-3, what you do is you still pay a little bit of attention to the amba, but just half as much as you normally would. I think.
I just play it like any 2-3, basically. I don't really see the
Well,
need to
there's
play too much differently.
you really don't need to watch the amba that closely most of the time anyway. So even if you do play it normal, you're not really losing that much.
I mean, you have so many resources to spend on this
Yes.
map that I don't think it really makes a difference. I mean,
So-
you can cover both fully still.
Not only does Cleetose get a green flirt, but the ST leaves. Let's see, comes back right next to him.
That's what you want. That's
There it is.
what could lead to the comeback here. Boom.
Yeah, that'll get you back in the game. Oh, and another green. And I got to be honest, he could probably
Just
survive
fire,
a white
just
test
fire the
BB.
beat. Yeah, just
do
fire
it. Just do it. You're gonna be
You'll
fine.
live even with the white test. There's no way he's going to give you credit for being done.
Well,
right now.
there you go. Now.
I'd
I think
still do it. I'd still
right.
do it.
Yeah,
There's no way he'll think you're done.
that's true. But at the same time, you have a minute and 13. He's gonna come back.
No, I don't like it because
Yeah,
if you
the-
white test with like 30 seconds left, it's going to be
Yes.
gross.
No, I agree. That third talk
Like you
changes
should have
the
just done it
calculus.
immediately. There's
I
no
agree.
way KCM
I
would
agree.
burn you for it.
Look, if they shoot you for that, good for them. And he gets low lit for it. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The game was over when the ST came back next to him, pretty much.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do, almost. That's the sniper there.
Even if he'd hit a white test flirt there. Yeah.
That was the one way Cleetose might have actually gotten shot. Cleetose clearly thought he was a huge suspect because that was actually really early dance.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was rubbing in his face, trying to get up in KCM's brain.
Maybe.
All right, stepping in the next game.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is 3-2.
Still 2-3, yep.
All right. And playing in 3, 2, 1.
It's 3-2, and they're playing pick 2-3, and we're going in 3-2-1. Go. And look at this. BB is turned off. Purloin and Seduce. What on earth? KCM mixing it up.
So, just surely like trying to troll him into thinking, I'm never going to do the art
Well, I mean, is it at all plausible that he's expecting him not to check the missions list? I mean, it's happened. I know I've been caught doing that maybe once in a casual game.
I mean, it's an interesting choice because the thinking is you throw in Purloin to the pick 2-3 as the mission you turn off, just because the sniper has to spend so much more time thinking about that than they do about bug. But here he has actually enabled it, and it's a tricky move, and I like it.
But how about this? How about you get the Purloin, they're moderately suspicious, but if it's a green, if you get any rejects, he's not going to shoot you right away, and the BB never goes off. Are you really going to shoot for flirt?
Purloin is pending at this point.
There it is. See, I think that might be the thinking. Even if he narrows it down to 2 people here, he's 1 flirt away now.
That's a green. That's a green if I've ever seen one.
He was looking right at it, so he knows he can low light Revolta, I think. Although he doesn't have to because there's so few people. He doesn't have to.
I think he's not sure. I mean, so it disappeared late. It was a green, but it was a late disappearing green.
I think this talk could get him killed, though, even if he greens it. He does green it. Let's see if he gets shot.
I think he's got to take a shot if he thinks he knows. Cleetose saying there were 2 rejects.
Wow.
Oh, the taunt, the BM.
Woo. Interesting.
BM.
So now what's interesting about that is he pretty much has to hit the green. But I kind of like it because, again, he's probably waiting for the BB. A little bit. Could be.
Yeah.
That's an interesting choice. I don't know how scalable that is. I think you can do that. You can bust that out every now and then.
Yeah, that's a pocket strap for sure.
Yeah, that's not something that's going to be viable with any extended amount of play. But I like it.
But
only because it's interesting.
Well deployed, and yeah.
Well, so what's funny is when you pick that setup, if you start to think backwards and you think, from this setup, what game am I imagining might happen? It was that game.
Yep. So we're still even. KCM has still broken serve, but we're on the final one now, and it is 4-2, I believe.
Cleetose needs them both. And it's
on,
not a good map.
Courtyard, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a good map to need to sweep here because, again, the difference between skill levels on Courtyard 2, it's so heavily practiced, so heavily played, that nobody has a particularly strong advantage on this map against anyone else compared to other maps.
All right. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
But Cleetose is spy right up front, so if he wins this, suddenly he's in a really good position to force it. So this is the game right here. Early BB. Oh, 1, 2, 3 low lights.
Not the worst BB in the world.
It's not. Now, if you were willing to assume real, it would have been very potent, but you don't want to do that. Oh, no! And that's what he needed. That was it. Whole match can hinge on that moment right there.
That was scary. I was worried he was not going to get away with that, and then he did.
Now I can't imagine he was hoping to chain the BB to the bug, but that's what happened. Clearly, it was in the aftermath of the BB that was able to go off.
Well, I think KCM was recovered. I don't think he really was spending a ton of time.
No.
Trying to still get low lights or whatever. It was just a really good bug. It was really well timed relative to what KCM was doing.
And there's the inspect.
Yeah.
I like this. Don't jump around. Don't go to statues late in the game if you don't have to. Go ahead. He didn't even get a highlight for it. I think he was on the other side of the map the entire time. I think Cleetose could have white swapped there and won. Not that he should have.
Maybe, but why would you ever do that?
No, there's no reason to. I'm just emphasizing how I think he was on the scene is the idea. So he probably would have been fine even if he had been seen, even with the highlight from the inspects. But I don't even think he was.
Gotta kill some time here. We have a drink in hand. This Dutch targets the
Cleetose says the BB was meant to be a flirt, and that makes sense because it seemed like such a strange time to do it. And then he kind of just went all in on doing stuff.
Oh, well, I guess this is kind of that fun, like, I'm never going to do the second briefcase part suspicion loss here.
Well, I want to do something while my ST is off doing things.
You just got to see now. You have to add a little bit of spy cock look because now you have to never touch anything ever again that has a fingerprint on it.
Right. Yes. Now he needs to green this here. Well, he doesn't need to, but you'd really like to. You don't want to go chasing late.
And he does. Yeah. But Cleetose will take this game. That's a tough game to win if you're KCM.
It really is, just really solid. And now Cleetose has one sniper. Oh, he caught right back at him. There we go.
BM, saucy.
Oh, I love the high level play. And I gotta say, having casted some of the lower matches right before this, and then go to this, one thing you notice right away is, man, they hit those greens when they need to most of the time.
All right, we were visiting that bug for a second there.
It was good.
It was good.
Nice.
Very good.
All right. KCM really wishing he had that. There was a ballroom game, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
No,
really
now
wishing he
that.
had that back.
Oh, good point now, because now he's got a spy for the win.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so this is let me update scoreboard. 4-3.
Panel. Thank you, KCM.
4-3. KCM leads. So right now, KCM wins, takes a win. Cleetose wins, forces it to overtime. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Start here. Not going to do much from this conversation circle.
No, ST at statues with the DA next to him, so you can't do your standard opening.
Ooh, a little bit. See, ironically, that leave right there is something KCM would put heat on you for. That really early, walked into a CC, didn't really do anything, then left again at the start of the game.
That's true, but there's still a lot going on early in the game, so I guess if you're going to get away with it, might be around then.
Believe me, well, I mean, I don't know if Cleetose is going to guard that kind of thing.
Oh, the purloin goes off. There it is.
If you did that against KCM, you would be a suspect.
I think he got away with this purloin, though, and I think that's his bug. I think what happened before just happened again with the hardtail that he's probably gotten away with.
I don't know.
I don't know either, but it looks good.
Little... He was really guarding that statue, which makes me think that maybe he had some suspicion of that general might have been involved with the purloin.
By the way, both of them get away with their hardtail and then go to statues at almost the exact same time, right around 2 minutes both times.
This is really a dangerous DA.
Yep.
If Cleetose has as much suspicion as I think he has.
You really want 1 or 2 more people to get in, particularly into your conversation, if you can do it. And you think you got to be patient. You got plenty of time still here. But you really got to get a flirt, too. He's going for it.
In the end of red.
Oh, boy. Moment of truth right now. Yeah, he knew. Yeah, I thought he might knew.
Wow.
It looked a little weird for him to be getting away with it clean.
Yeah, I thought the purloin, though, I don't know. I think the BB certainly didn't help. It wasn't.
Cleetose was just paying a little too much attention to him in the wake of that statue visit. He was really worried about the next person to guard that statue. I feel like he just maybe knew there was something going on with the purloin.
Yeah.
So another overtime match.
Yeah. And it looks like it'll be any 3 of 5. I don't see anything fishy about it, either in time or in number of guests. It looks like a normal 3 of 5.
So KCM picked the A35 pub, and Cleetose chose to chose to spy on it.
Yeah, he managed to induce the choice to spy, which is pretty much what you're usually trying to do here. It works. No swap, no purloin.
All right. Cleetose coaxed into a spy foo, starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, Cleetose is saying it sounds like he didn't see the purloin so much as he saw the statue pick up after purloin and was able to sort of work backwards, which certainly makes sense. There's the bug. Right away.
Nice.
Papa danger, and I gotta tell you, man, that pile up in the door at the beginning of the pub games, it is treacherous. And right into the inspect, and 2 missions done with 2 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock. Yeah, and now you just gotta play clean. You play clean, you win.
Oh, are we doing fingerprints? No, we're just going for the drink.
Well, might as well give himself the option to purloin.
I mean, I believe it or not, I don't think that Cleetose is ahead here.
Fingerprint.
Yeah.
Gets the fingerprint. You don't think so? Well, it depends on whether or not you think the bug was visible at all, I guess.
I mean, it doesn't matter whether the bug is visible. That path alone will get you plenty of heat.
Well, it's true, but there was, like I said, a bit of a pile up in front of the door.
There
was a lot of crazy stuff.
Like if you're you're playing KCM here, he's gonna give you at least partial credit for that.
Here comes the BB, I assume. It's not too bad. Well, now it's a lot worse with the queen leaving.
I think he's gonna go for the second fingerprint, to be honest with you.
I think you're right.
Because he thinks anyway. If you're Cleetose, surely you're thinking you probably don't have heat for the fingerprint, if anything. You can probably get away with one obvious fingerprint at this point.
Right, you can wait for the briefcase, and you have 1:45 to do it. He's about to get the briefcase back, presumably.
I don't know. He's gonna bail from that combo pretty soon.
Let's see.
Yep.
Kind of want. Oh, that's a bump. See, that's actually. It seems like a little moment, but you really want him to get his briefcase back there, if you're planning on fingerprinting.
Yep. Just way too far to go for Queen, and now the briefcase is in no man's land out there.
Yep. Not only is it far away from everything, but it's a difficult fingerprint. Although, I don't think you want to risk it with the difficult. Let Rocker do this for you, yeah. And a highlight. Hey, that's nice.
Well, now he's gone to the statue.
Well, there you go. It's the same one you went to earlier. I don't know. That's a little more obvious.
But it's logical. You know, it's.
Yeah. He's gonna go by windows. He's gonna hang out.
I don't know if I just sit there.
I think
waiting for it.
That's much worse. Being in the
being a
bubble.
little bit of a stalker right now.
I think he's gonna get shot for this.
Maybe
if he doesn't.
KCM bringing some people up to the lid. Yeah, here we go. Moment of truth. Gotta take your shot right now, or forever hold your peace.
You can wait a few seconds just to be sure, but let's see.
Yeah, safety comes off.
Yeah,
Boom.
he's on it. He's on it. Yeah, it doesn't help that he was like loitering, perving on that statue a little bit, sort of just
based
looking
on
at
the way KCM reacted. I think he knew what was going on. So.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes. This is great.
What?
All right, the next map. I thought about this exact layout.
Cleetose
oh
no! Known one bug or known one DA. Courtyard 2.
All right. We got to look at the number of people.
And KCM chooses to snipe.
Well, okay, so
hang on. Look at how many are not cast. Though.
Right, exactly. There is one person that it could be. Besides you. So there's only one person because I thought about this exactly.
So it's 50-50 based on the white or green test. That's
correct. So you have to think about the other kind of games involved into it. So I honestly think I've thought about this similar kind of matchup before. Is whether or not it's more than 50-50 based upon the green-white kind of distinction. The other problem with it, though, is whether or not you ever get a good BB attempt, but that's why it bumps it up to 8 minutes. Because you figure that... So, first of all, he can't force the contact, right? What he can force is the mission.
Yeah. It's a way to simulate a coin flip within the game.
Right.
As best as you can.
So, all right. I guess let's just go ahead and get this started, because who knows what's going to happen. Starting in 3, 2... 1, go.
I really want KCM to win here, just so that this never happens ever again.
Actually, if you guys want to fast forward, he's going under Spy AI control. It could be a while.
Let's just go.
We can talk about this for a minute here. Yeah. So I really like that he just went to statues. That is hilarious to me.
I mean, this is just tedious.
Yeah. There we go.
Who's the real?
Here we go.
This is not what Checker intended.
So Cleetose is the obvious spy because he walked into this conversation second.
That's a great point. You really have to wait until they enter.
Here it is.
BB during the drink take?
Oh no!
Why would you do it then?
Oh no! Cleetose.
Why would you do that?
I think it was a slow one, and he started it beforehand.
Okay, it's like a coin flip
No, that's not a coin flip. That's a double heads. That's
what I was gonna say. It's like a coin flip. If when the coin landed, you just yelled what it was and then gave them a chance to redo it. Oh my god. Oh jeez.
Bad luck there, Cleetose. Bad luck. Indeed.
Oh my goodness. Well, after all that.
Well, that's a heck of a way to end a cast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't want to take up too much time because we went so late, but I do want to point out, and we're jumping ahead a little bit because that was a Week 7 match, but I assume people are okay with spoilers for Week 8, at least, for some of these. I want to point out that KCM now, after that slow start I mentioned, has won 4 matches in a row.
Ooh.
And here's what really gets me. So, Kaylee, if we assume that you're going to win a couple of your matches tonight at least, you're probably going...
So.
Yeah, you're probably going to be back in first after this, right? Which means Bloom and KCM are in a race for second place. Here's what's interesting. KCM beat Bloom earlier. That's when his winning streak started. Beat him 5-2, and he plays him again. Which means that if he can win or tie, he will take second. He'll win the any tiebreakers with Bloom based on head-to-head. So KCM could potentially control his own destiny then.
That would be amazing.
Right. So it looked before like he was going to need a lot of help, but he's already gotten it. Because that win came against Bloom, that's a big deal. If KCM wins out, we could easily be looking at him in the finals.
All right.
It kind of snuck up on me.
Yeah. KCM's lurking. He's lurking for sure.
Yeah. Well, he's made his move, I think, with these last couple matches. Now it's obvious. So get ready. Do not any research you had prepped for Bloom. Throw it out, or at least be ready to throw it out.
I'm ready on. I'm ready on everybody.
Okay.
You got to be ready for everybody.
Yeah, and Bacon's not out of it yet, but either way, you could be facing KCM just as easily as Bloom at this point. Really nice.
All right, I'm gonna go take a walk and shake the cobwebs out of my head and get into playing mode rather than casting mode, and then I'm going to. I think I will stream my games today. Over on
Good stuff.
So I think everybody here knows where my channel is. If not, click on my name in the chat and go there. But I'm going to take a walk real quick.
There are some forward slashes involved.
There are a couple. Actually, there's just one.
Just one. Well, if you count the HTTP, people still say backslash, but it's not a backslash, people.
www.twitch.tv.
HTTPS if you want to be secure.
Exactly. Right. Yeah.
Kaylee, thank you so much for casting today.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for hosting, Slappy, and thank you for co-casting with me, Track. I'm going to take a break, and then I'm going to set up my stream on my channel. Adios, gents.
Pleasure. Yep. Thanks for having me, Slap. It was worth it for the sick cams. We'll figure it out. Thank you for having me. Teetery and Wodar.
Slappy, you're muted.
Yeah. Okay. Well, games happen. People won. The real winners are the viewers. Whatever.
Everybody's a winner.
Tonight's casters were Crazy Kaylee and Warning Track. Kaylee is going to, as you probably heard, stream his games versus... he's got a bunch. Go check out the SpyParty SCL site. And if you guys have not seen it, it is at scl.spypartyfans.com. It's actually quite amazing. I was incredibly impressed that we were able to put this together. In many ways, this community is way more organized than it deserves to be. And this is a great example of it. I can't believe also that I can just upload a zip file and have it all done for me. It's amazing. But actually, I'm actually going to look up the games he has tonight. He should be going through... so he has Week 7 game versus KCM. Week 7 game versus... Am I looking at the right one? Yeah. Week 7 game versus KCM. Week 6 game versus KCM. Week 7 game versus Canadian Bacon. Week 8 game versus Bloom. And does he have any others that he's missing? He said he was doing another one, so maybe he's just doing Cleetose tonight too. I didn't catch that.
I assume so. Cleetose is in chat, probably.
All right. Okay. So he'll be streaming all 4 of those, it sounds like.
You will wake up to very different diamond standings tomorrow, people.
Yes. I think there may or may not be a People's Cast they're going to jump on, but that's going to be on a different channel. We're not going to take this one down. And thank you guys for staying. Thanks, Wodar, setting it up. Game is Spy Party. It's available at spyparty.com, I assume. And Crazy Kaylee just went live. So I will see you guys later.
Have a good night.